What's up, guys? Welcome to Daily Refinement. In today's episode, we're going to go over 10 common items that I sell for over $2,000 every single day. So if you guys have never been here before, my name is Chris. My store is also called Daily Refinement. My Instagram is Daily Refinement. And there's 24,000 items in my store, and every single day I have over 100 sales. Now, before I get into this video, which is jam-packed with information, not only am I going to go over 10 categories, I'm also going to give you an item that I sold for more than $50 in every single one of those categories. So my average cost of goods sold is $4 per item because my items are all pre-owned. For the most part, they are pre-owned. Sometimes I go to Marshalls or TJ Maxx and do retail arbitrage. I'll show you guys that in this video as well. But it's really important to understand your performance tab. So if you go to eBay and you click on the traffic tab, it'll pull up the screen. What this means is how many items you've sold in the last 30 days, how many impressions eBay has given you, and this is how many times people have seen your listing as they scroll, how many times they've clicked. So 52 million people have scrolled by my listings in the last 30 days. 122,000 people clicked on one of them, and 3,836 people pulled the trigger and actually bought something. So that gives you the click-through rate, which is how often they click, and then the average sales conversion rate, which is how often they actually buy something. If you scroll over here to the top, there's also this listings quality report. If you download this report, it will tell you where you rank on eBay for all of the categories that you sell on. So eBay gives you all the tools to be successful. So if you guys have any more questions on that, feel free to comment or email me at chris@dailyrefinement.com. Let's get into the top 10 categories. Number one, dress pants. So even though people aren't going into the office, I wanted to share this brand with you, Catan. I obviously sold this for probably below the value because some of these dress pants go for several $100s, but this pair of pants had a problem with it, so I sold it new with defects. Still got $70 for it. Dress pants, especially the higher end stuff, still sells really well, and that's one of the reasons why I hide my solds, because I know hundreds of good brands and I don't want people to just skip all the research of the amount of time that I put into eBay. So I'll share some of them with you, but not all of them. That's one of the reasons why you would not share your solds, so people cannot figure out what categories sell the best for you. So Catan is a really good brand for dress pants. Number two, jeans. APC is a brand that sells really well for me. I'll give you the logo right here. APC. This is a pre-owned pair of jeans that still sold for $70. So this is going to give you guys an idea that just because you sell in clothing doesn't mean that I only sell cheap items. That's not true. Usually the people who do higher volume, actually they have a lot of home runs too. They just don't talk about it because they don't want those home runs to go away after everybody finds out about them. Next is going to be blouses. I sell a blouse every single day for more than $20, sometimes over $30. This is a brand that a lot of people know, Johnny Was. And this is just a simple blouse. It's embroidered, but sold for almost $60. So again, this is pretty interesting, right? You would think this category, you can't sell items for a lot of money. Also, there's no blanket rule. There are some Johnny Was items that never sell, right? So you can't just go out and find a brand. You got to figure out which keywords do well, which styles do well. It's up to you to research and figure out which ones sell for the most money. Next, we have cardigans. Cardigans are outerwear. They sell really well for me. Not included in this list are coats and jerseys. And the reason why I don't sell coats and jerseys is because, one, I live in California, not a lot of coats to find, for one. Number two, I don't have enough space. Space is very expensive here. My rent for my storage is $2,307 per month. And per square foot, I make more money with smaller items. So I would rather have 3 or 4 pairs of pants than one coat. That's just me personally. So I currently don't really sell coats, but cardigans, sweaters I do. And obviously this is Missoni. It's the designer brand. This is the logo just so you guys can spot it in the wild. I find it regularly. This is one of the brands that you wouldn't know unless you are me, because when I post these items, they sell right away. You can see that this listing had 1,925 views. Okay, so back to this performance tab. It probably had, I don't know, 100,000 impressions, and 1,925 people clicked on it, and only one person bought it. Okay, so just because you have the item listed doesn't mean that it's going to sell, even if a lot of people look at it. So you have to have the right pricing and the right pictures to get things to sell. Okay, after that, men's button-down shirts. I find that flannel sells well for me. Vintage obviously sells well. I had to look up these keywords. So this is one of the benefits of being in my Facebook group, because I posted this shirt and I asked, what are some keywords? And people do Aztec, Navajo, put vintage in there. And this is true vintage. It's, I actually can't remember. I looked it up. This is either an 80s or a 90s Woolrich tag. And again, part of selling clothing is understanding the tags, and I'm still learning that myself. Like somebody said that I'm not giving myself enough credit, being a 7.5 out of 10 on a scale of understanding clothing. But honestly, I don't know all the tags. That's one of the reasons why I'm not getting $50 sales all the time, because I don't know all the valuable brands. It takes years to learn all of this good stuff. So you got to learn the keywords. That's one of the benefits of joining my Facebook group, which is paid. It's a paid group. It's $35 per month. It's about $1 a day. If you don't make more money and you don't save more time, then we'll give you your money back. It's very straightforward. Between my colleague Tech and Sports and myself, the two of us will do over $3 million in sales this year on eBay. We're huge stores. Between the two of us, we have over 50,000 items for sale. A lot. And we don't just only know clothing. We know lots of categories. You can ask us questions about sports cards or toys or games or shoes is my top category that I like to sell in, but it's just hard to find enough shoes. Also, if you join the Facebook group, I'm going to reveal where I buy my sealed Pokemon cards. So Pokemon cards is going to be something that I stopped selling because of time. But if you want to sell Pokemon cards, I can tell you where I buy them brand new. And this supplier will also ungate you on Amazon. If you want to sell Pokemon cards on Amazon, this will get you ungated because they'll give you a true invoice. They're a wholesaler. So I'll give that information out if you join the Facebook group. And again, if you want to sell Pokemon cards, selling brand new stock is fun because it sells right away, but the margins are small. With Pokemon, I'm oftentimes spending 50 to make 20. But if you like that kind of model, go for it. So next is going to be vintage t-shirts. Again, I'm super new to this. I actually posted this shirt for $20. It is a Patagonia beneficial tee, right? So I posted it for $20, which is not the right price. And a dozen or so people offered like $10, $9, $8. So anytime I get a lot of lowball offers right away, I realize they're trying to steal the item from me. So it's funny because somebody that offered, I think, $14 for this shirt bought this shirt for $62. So that's how undervalued I had it. And again, everybody knows Patagonia is valuable, but did you know that the beneficial tag, which is this right here, is worth extra money? I didn't know that. I had to post it in the Facebook group to find out what's valuable and what's not. You guys might be sleeping on really rare stuff that's valuable and not even know. I priced this actually at $119 and accepted an offer for $62. So next, with the button-down shirts, you can go dress style as well. This is something I picked up at TJ Maxx. So you want to go look, for me, Robert Graham, the larger sizes still sell okay. But again, back in the day, when I first started eBay, Robert Graham pre-owned shirts were selling for this much money. So again, things are going to move up and down. You got to pay attention. But again, this is still something that you can find at TJ Maxx or Marshall's. If you go through the men's section, you usually find one or two Robert Graham. Another brand that's really hot is Johnny O. I'll go ahead and type that in here. And another reason why I share some of these BOLOS with you guys is I can't find it. So if I can't find it, hopefully you can find it. This is the brand, Johnny O. Sells really well for me, but I never find it. So you guys go look for it. It sells super well. You can check Terapeak to find out what does well. Next is dresses. I revealed to you guys that dresses is one of the categories that I want to dominate. So I'm going to figure out how to get as many dresses as I can. And of course, this is going to take me a long time to get good at. There's a lot of different sleeves. There's a lot of different cuts. There's a lot of different lengths. There's a lot of measurements on dresses. That's one of the reasons why I want to sell dresses, because a lot of people don't want to sell this category because there's a lot of returns and there's a lot of work. I like to do things that are a lot of work. Setting up a 24,000 item eBay store is really hard. Okay, so most people don't do that. So I end up having a really, really good selection for people. That's one of the reasons why I have over 100 sales a day, because I have 24,000 options for people to pick from, right? So size isn't always everything, because before my store was big, but the listings weren't as quality. I didn't have the best keywords. I didn't describe the items as well. I didn't have measurements properly put in the item. And now that I include measurements in the photos, I have reduced returns. So you can see here, this is a pit-to-pit measurement. This is a soft tape that we use for the length of the dress. So again, it takes time to get good at it. You're not going to be able to produce results like $2,000 in sales a day immediately. It took me years to figure this out. But again, I'm giving you basically the tools to build an online store. So please help me out. Again, smash the like button, comment below. And also, I have a joke for you guys. So before I get into the final two, I want to ask you guys, what is a pile of cats called? What's a pile of cats called? Please comment that in the comment section below. I think it's a really good one. Maybe it's a dad joke because I just recently became a dad, but I think it's a great one. What's a pile of cats called? Next, Veronica Beard. This brand sells really well. I think it's a lower tier luxury brand. I still sell blazers, even though I don't know how many people are working in the workplace. Blazers still sell just fine for me. I just sold an Armani one a couple days ago for $100. They still sell, even though you would think people aren't going into work anymore. Veronica Beard is another brand that maybe you've never heard of. So again, this is the sort of the scope of what I sell. I just sell common mall brand clothing for the most part. And while I'm looking for mall brand clothing, I run into really good brands. So I appreciate you guys. Please smash the like button. I'll see you next time. Join my Facebook group.